Hey there, everybody in the period of empowerment community. It's Dr. Carmen here. And today I want to talk a little bit about a method of relieving menstrual pain that is not talked about very much. Now, I want to assure you my background, my educational background, my professional background is in psychology. So I'm going to be bringing you a little bit of science today. And this method for relieving menstrual pain is masturbation. That's right. You heard me. I mentioned it a little bit briefly on a previous post and mentioned that I'd be giving you a little bit more. So I want you to put your grown-up self on and engage with me today. So I'm going to bring you a little bit of science around why it could be beneficial to use masturbation to help relieve menstrual pain. So what is menstrual pain? Now, in general, people who menstruate, some people who menstruate, not all, experience some pain when they are on their period or that phase of the menstrual cycle. And they could be experiencing this pain because the uterus is actually contracting to release the endometrial lining. So that is a cause of some of the menstrual pain that some people experience. So in general, masturbation increases what we call some feel-good neurotransmitters. Now, to keep it really simple and basic, neurotransmitters are chemicals that naturally occur in our bodies. So you may have heard of words like acetylcholine or epinephrine or adrenaline. Well, when it comes to masturbation, the feel-good neurotransmitters of serotonin and dopamine are increased. And this is associated, or both of these neurotransmitters are associated with pleasure and reduced stress. Now, furthermore, when we experience orgasm, there are some hormones that are released. And so one of those hormones, these are, again, naturally occurring in our bodies, but one of the hormones that's released when we experience orgasm is oxytocin. And oxytocin is known as the love hormone or the bonding hormone. Oxytocin, also prolactin, can help you to sleep more soundly. And oxytocin, especially when released during orgasm, is thought to lower cortisol, which is the stress hormone. So when we experience orgasm, we're increasing the release of oxytocin, the love hormone, and decreasing cortisol, which is the stress hormone. Okay, so a little bit of background on what's happening in general when it comes to masturbation and orgasm. Now, specifically during your period, it can, masturbation can feel better for one, because there's increased blood flow to the genitals, and perhaps that includes the clitoris. So that's going to increase sensitivity and pleasure. So that's one of the reasons. And so what happens is that you may feel more reduction, like I said, of that menstrual pain when you masturbate on your period. And so this is not something that I'm making up. Gynecologists are writing about this. Clinical psychologists are writing about this. There are several studies out about it. You can Google it, do your own research, but it's something that I want to bring to your attention to keep you informed. Now, some of you may be wondering, how would I go about doing this? I'm concerned about it being messy, if you're bleeding a lot. Well, if you are flowing heavily, then you can use a tampon. Please use one that's non-toxic, body-friendly. I'll post on the importance of that in another post. So you can use a tampon, or you can use a menstrual cup and focus on stimulating your clitoris instead of vaginal stimulation. So you can do that. If you prefer vaginal penetration, then of course you can always go to the tub or shower to minimize cleanup. So there are lots of ways that this can be done. So out there in the period of empowerment community, I want you to know about this. I want you to possibly consider it. Now, I want to acknowledge that there are some religious practices that frankly say that masturbation is a sin. And if that's what you believe, I certainly, respect that. But if that does not apply to you, you can do a little more research and don't knock it till you try it. So I hope that this has given you at least a little something to think about. And there will be more that I'll be posting here in the period of empowerment community to just keep you educated on how to take care of yourself throughout the various phases of the menstrual cycle. Until next time, bye-bye.